You know what stops most people from winning? It's not a lack of talent, not a lack of resources, not even bad luck. It's waiting. People wait for the right moment, the right day, the right feeling. They say, I'll start when I'm ready. But the truth is, you will never feel completely ready. There will always be something missing: time, money, confidence, or support. And if you keep waiting for everything to be perfect, you'll wait your entire life. The world doesn't reward people who wait, it rewards people who act. When I started, I didn't know how everything would turn out. I didn't have a clear map, but I had a direction. I knew where I wanted to go, and I was willing to start even when everything around me said. That's the difference between dreamers and doers. Dreamers talk about what they'll do someday. Doers take one small step today. They fail, they fall, they learn. Keep moving forward. Success doesn't come from waiting for opportunity. It comes from building it with your own hands. You see, the people who make it big don't wait for motivation. They create it. They don't sit around hoping to feel inspired. They build momentum through action. You can't think your way into success. You have to work your way into it. Every single day, you have to push yourself to move, even if it's just 1 inch closer to your goal, because progress, no matter how small, compounds. One day you'll look back and realize that every little step you took when no one was watching became the staircase to your dream. People ask me all the time, how do I start? And I tell them, you just start. You take one small action. Today, you don't need a perfect plan. You just need to begin. The first rep is always the hardest. The first move always feels uncertain. Once you start, something changes inside you. You gain momentum, confidence, clarity, and that's when life starts to move in your favor. Waiting kills dreams. Action gives them life. When you start before you're ready, you discover what you're truly capable of. You learn by doing, by failing, by getting back up. That's how real growth happens. Every champion, every success story you've ever heard, they all began the same way: scared, unprepared, but determined to move anyway. You can spend your life planning, or you can spend it building. The choice is yours. So stop waiting for the perfect time. It doesn't exist. Stop waiting for the stars to align. They won't. Only thing that needs to align is your mindset with your actions. Because once you start, the world starts opening doors you never knew existed. The opportunities, the people, moments, they only appear after you take that first step. So don't wait another day, another hour, another second. Start building now. Because every moment you hesitate, someone else is out there working on your dream. Pain is something everyone tries to avoid. We grow up thinking that pain means something is wrong, that it's a sign to stop, to pull back, stay comfortable. But let me tell you something. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. Pain is the signal that you are growing, that you're stretching beyond what you used to be. Every time I pushed through pain, every time I ignored the voice that told me to quit, I discovered a stronger version of myself waiting on the other side. Growth never happens in comfort. Comfort makes you soft. Pain makes you powerful. When you chase a dream, pain becomes part of the deal. People will reject you. You'll fail more times than you can count. You'll have nights where you question everything, your choices, your abilities, your purpose. But that's exactly when you're being tested. The universe wants to see how bad you really want it. Anybody can be positive when things are easy. But when it hurts, when it feels impossible, when no one believes in you, that's when character is forged. Pain is the price of greatness. There is no shortcut, no easy route, no secret formula. If you want to be strong, you have to lift the weight. If you want success, you have to struggle for it. That's how life works. You fall, you bleed, you break, and then you come back stronger. Every champion has scars because they lost, but because they refused to stay down. The pain didn't stop them, it built them. When you feel pain, don't run from it. Lean into it. Let it shape you. Because every time you endure, every time you keep going despite the hurt, you're building something that no one can take away. Resilience. You're learning that pain isn't punishment. Preparation. It's preparing you for moments others can't handle. It's preparing you to walk through storms without fear. Most people quit when it gets uncomfortable. That's why most people never reach their full potential. But the ones who embrace pain, who use it as fuel, they become unstoppable. You have to understand, pain doesn't last forever. It's temporary. But the strength you gain from it lasts a lifetime. You can either suffer from the pain of discipline or the pain of regret, and regret is much heavier. Pain gives you perspective. It reminds you that the struggle is proof you're alive, that you're fighting for something that matters. So when it hurts, when you're tired, when you feel like you can't take another step, remember why you started. Remember that pain is not there to break you. It's there to build you into the kind of person who can handle the success you're chasing. So don't hide from pain. Use it. Let it push you. Let it sharpen you. Let it turn you into something the world has never seen before. Failure is something most people fear more than anything else. They think if they fail, it means they're not good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough. But the truth is, failure is not the end. It's the beginning. Every failure I faced was a lesson. Every rejection was a mirror showing me where I needed to grow. You see, failure doesn't define you. It refines you. It strips away your excuses, your comfort, ego. And what's left is the real you, the one who's willing to keep fighting no matter how many times you fall. When I failed, I didn't treat it like defeat. I treated it like training. That's what failure really is. Training for success. Every time you fail, you get a little stronger, a little wiser, a little hungrier. Failure teaches you what success can't. Success makes you feel good, but failure makes you better. It exposes your weaknesses so you can fix them. It humbles you, grounds you, and forces you to grow. Most people quit because they mistake failure for the finish line, when in reality, it's just part of the process. Think about it. How do you build muscle? You tear the fibers apart first. Pain, that breakdown, is what allows new strength to form. It's the same with failure. You have to be broken down before you can rise stronger. Every person you've ever admired has failed. Not once, not twice, hundreds of times. The difference between them and everyone else is that they didn't let failure stop them. They learned from it. They used it. Their comeback story on top of it. Failure also gives you clarity. It shows you what truly matters. When you fail, you find out who's really in your corner, what goals are truly worth fighting for, and how much fire you have inside you. Because when you're on the ground, when everything has fallen apart, and you still decide to get back up, that's when you realize what you're really made of. You start to understand that failure isn't your enemy, it's your foundation. You can't be afraid of it. You have to welcome it. Fail fast, fail often, but never fail the same way twice. Every time you fall, you're one step closer to getting it right. That's how progress works. That's how champions are made. They turn failure into feedback, pain into power, and defeat into drive. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you rise, how many times you refuse to let your story end where you fell. So stop fearing failure. Stop letting it control you. The only real failure is never trying. The only real loss is giving up. Because when you have the courage to fail, you also give yourself the chance to win. Everyone dreams. Everyone talks about what they want: success, freedom, recognition, power. But dreams alone don't change anything. Dreams are the starting line, not the finish line. The world is full of people with great dreams, but very few are willing to do the work that greatness demands. You can't just dream big, you have to work even bigger. You have to earn your dream through action, through sacrifice, through relentless effort when no one's watching. That's the part most people forget. The grind behind the glory. You can talk about your goals all day, but talk doesn't lift the weight. Talk doesn't build the business. Talk doesn't make your vision come alive. Only work does. Hard, consistent, disciplined work. The kind of work that doesn't care how tired you are or how many times you failed. The kind that pushes you forward even when everything inside you says stop. That's where greatness is built. In silence, in struggle, in repetition. While everyone else is distracted, while they're scrolling, complaining, and comparing, the real winners are out there working on themselves, building something that can't be ignored. When you work for your dream, you learn to respect the process. You stop chasing shortcuts. You realize real success takes time. It takes sweat, patience, and persistence. You'll have days when you feel invisible, days when nobody notices your effort. That's exactly when you're being shaped into something unstoppable. Every late night, every early morning, every sacrifice is an investment in the future version of you. The one who doesn't need to talk about success because their results speak louder than any words ever could. You have to give everything you have to the work. There's no halfway. If you want something extraordinary, you can't give an ordinary effort. You can't just work when it's convenient. You have to work when it's hard, when it's boring, when it feels like you're getting nowhere, because that's the moment that separates the talkers from the doers. It's easy to show up when you feel motivated, but when you show up tired, broken, uncertain, that's when you're truly building something legendary. And here's the truth: no one's going to hand it to you. No one's coming to make it happen for you. You have to outwork everyone. You have to be willing to give more, stay longer, and push further than the rest. That's how you rise. That's how you earn the right to stand on the stage of success. Dreams are the vision, work is the weapon. Combine the two, and nothing can stop you. So keep dreaming. Never forget. The world doesn't care what you say you'll do. It only remembers what you actually did.